So, today we are going to discuss Karl Marx. Karl Marx. Everyone knows who was Karl Marx, right? When we discuss it, Marx's basic background, he was a thinker, great thinker, philosopher itself, and he contributed in terms of propounding new idea, thoughts. And in sociology also, their thought influence the society itself. Like we have to discuss the Karl Marx idea on historical materialism. Then mode of production, देन उसके बाद क्या है क्लास स्ट्रगल एंड देन एलिएनेशन. These four idea I think we have to discuss. यही है ना टॉपिक. These four ideas of Karl Marx we will discuss in our sociology optional syllabus. Come on the background of Karl Marx, right? Karl Marx. He was a philosopher. He born in Germany, and later on he joined university, Bonn University. Right? Bonn is a big city of Germany. And that university was basically influenced under that time of eminent thinker, we can say that Friedrich Hegel and Immanuel Kant. That influence, that university was basically influenced by the idea of Hegel and Immanuel Kant. And basically these thinker, particularly Hegel, Immanuel Kant, their explanation was the development of society or itself history lead in terms of development of idea. Everything they want to associate with idea. When the idea develop, the aspect of society develop. It means that's why we call them as a idealist. Hegel. Immanuel Kant, right? They said कि idea is the core for the development of society. Idea is the core thing. How idea is the core thing? They explain कि as soon as idea constructed in abstract form inside the human brain, mind, and then after this idea come out outside the brain in form of materialistic form, which we are witnessing in terms of everything जो हम लोग अभी तक देख रहे हैं. लेटेस्ट एग्जांपल कि ये पोडियम है. कहीं ना कहीं पहले आइडिया ब्रेन में आया होगा कि पोडियम का क्या यूज है, कैसे बनाना है, क्या शेप होना चाहिए, एंड देन लेटर ऑन इट्स come into its existence itself in form of matter. So basically these thinkers Immanuel Kant, Hegel explain the aspect of society, not only the aspect of society, even the development of history itself, from the past primitive society to current still proceeding society is ongoing process. It's a developing process, develop होते रहता है. That's why we call sometimes society as a living thing. Society is a living thing. So that is the reason Hegel and Immanuel Kant belongs from the idealistic tradition. Basically these were the prominent one. These were the propounded the idealistic theory. On the basis of idea, all thing approximate we can say that aspect of society developed. That's why they were very famous in their own university, Bonn University. They were famous. And later on for graduation, Karl Marx also went there in same university. Karl Marx entered into the same university, but later on he also joined the group, Hegel's and Immanuel Kant group, and their group was basically influenced by idealistic idea, and later on Karl Marx start refuting the idealistic theory and idealistic idea, and very differently or different kind of thinking perspective Karl Marx start putting and discussing, sometimes criticizing to idealistic thinkers, philosophers, and Marx said, no, it is not true that idea shape the world. It is not true that idea shape the world, idea leads to the development in society, rather it is a matter, materialistic need. He said, Marx said basically कि man is perpetually dissatisfied animal. One satisfaction fulfill, another creates, है ना. आदमी अगर पेट भरता है तो फिर सोचता है कि बढ़िया सा एक सेट हो जाए, बढ़िया सा जब सेट हो जाता है तो सोचता है कि कहीं घूमने चले जाएं, कहीं घूम लिया तो फिर अब थोड़ा फॉरेन जाना चाहिए. सो बेसिकली man desire is never going to end. Man is a perpetually dissatisfied animal. If one satisfaction fulfill, another creates. So behind their desire fulfillment, their demand, the basis is matter. Basis is matter. Even the survival of human being, the basis is matter. How? That we will discuss in detail in historical materialism topic. Now come on the Marx. As soon as he joined the Bonn University and then start refuting their Hegelian group members, it is not an idea which leads to the development of society. Then after he expelled from that group, young Hegelian group, and after some point of time they start working on making their thesis work in form of writing, right, whatever they were, Karl Marx was witnessing that point of time. Then after Karl Marx went to France, and that point of time in France was in very disturbed phase, we can say that France witnessing a kind of modernity in form of new idea, intellectual idea itself, Montesquieu, Rousseau, Voltaire, and other due to the French Revolution, people's demands for liberty, fraternity, equality, and also the democratic values, the democratic ideas, the democratic kind of system also. But Marx's idea was completely different. In terms of Marx, we are focused on communism. He start that point of time, he start working on and thesis, communism, class struggle. So the French statesman, they thought that it may create another kind of challenge for democratic kind of setup or democratic kind of system. So again Karl Marx expelled from the France also. Then he went to Britain in England, and later on with their friends, Engel, the Engel, Engel, he was the great friend of Karl Marx till last breath of Karl Marx. He was with Karl Marx, Engel, and both start working on various social aspects. Both were philosopher thinkers, we can say that. And then after some point of time in London itself, Karl Marx died, and after death of his, many of his book were published with the contribution of Engel itself, and then Marx become famous all over the world, and even many of political parties start adhering the idea of Karl Marx in the form of socialism, communism. Even some of the country constitution itself adopt the idea of socialism and communism. So one of the idea that we are going to discuss, that is the historical materialism. Historical materialism. So this is a very unique, this is a very unique and very important also in terms of by on that basis historical materialism, the Karl Marx able to refute their Hegelian group, the theory of Hegel's. So firstly we have to understand historical materialism. Actually before we have to understand the Hegel theory, the Hegel perspective, then in better way we can understand what is actually historical materialism. So firstly we will discuss about the Hegel thesis on idealism. Hegel thesis on idealism. That is a very important topic itself, historical materialism. Only why we have to apply the Hegel theory of idealism, because Hegel, Friedrich Hegel, he put completely at a different level of idealism theory. He only not talks about what is idea and how the idea shape the world, rather he explained the whole of the history itself, how the past society developed and even in present and future how the society will develop. That is why the Friedrich Hegel become very famous, and that is why we have to study the Friedrich Hegel idea of idealism, and then after we will associate with Karl Marx idea of historical materialism. So until or unless if we do not understand the idealism, we are not going to understand the materialism theory itself. So what is idealism? What is idealism? Any points?
It is abstract in any idea form.
In idea form. Firstly, you define the term idealism. Idea and ism. Idea matlab it may be anything, new idea, new thinking, new thought. And which is in abstract, which is abstract. That is basically a consciousness also, the rise of consciousness, rise of consciousness itself. So that is the idea. And what is mean by ism? What is mean by ism? Ism is also an idea. Ism is also an idea. So basically, ism basically a grand idea. Most of people accept कि no, that is right. That's why we call that is a ism. जैसे Karl Marx को sometimes we call Marxism. It means most of the society accept the Marx idea. From there, the Marx idea become famous. That's why we call ism, right? In the same way, idealism. Idea basically ideal theory, idealistic theory, basically idealistic theory propounded by Immanuel Kant, Friedrich Hegel, and they explain कि it is the idea, basically new idea, new thought which is in abstract form, which is the consciousness of the mind, and which is the consciousness of human being, which is the brain, which first think about any phenomena, and later on it come into the materialistic form outside, which we are witnessing in form of whatever we are watching, जो भी हम लोग देख रहे हैं, है ना, जितना भी इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर हो, बिल्डिंग हो, बस, कार, रोड इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, पेन, बोर्ड इट सेल्फ, पोडियम, एवरीथिंग, ठीक है. सो दैट इज आइडियलिज्म. तो आइडियलिज्म का डिफिनीशन बेसिकली हम लोग बोल सकते हैं कि basically idea which shape the world, which define the world, that is the idealism, right? A new idea, a thought that define the world and which shape the world, and such theory given by Hegel itself, Hegel, Immanuel Kant itself. So that is the basically idealism. तो idealism का मतलब समझे एक्चुअली, what is idealism? आप बताइए, कुछ बोलिए तो idealism किसको बोलते हैं? आप बताइए. Right. Idealism basically a new thought which shape the world or define the world. Basically idealistic belief, idealistic. What is mean by idealistic? Those thinkers or we can say that philosophers who believe in idea ki that nahi, this is the idea which lead to the development of society, which is the idea which define everything, है ना. Idea in form of consciousness. Here try to associate idea with consciousness also. Idea and that is the consciousness. Consciousness of human being, है ना. And where these consciousness creates, कहाँ बनता है ये consciousness? Inside brain. It means firstly about anything, any phenomena, we start thinking, observing in form of idea inside our brain. And as soon as we get a picture, idea, any new idea, and then start, in outside world as per our demand, we are making something, है ना, कुछ चीज़ बनाने लगते हैं, कुछ क्रिएट करने लगते हैं in materialistic form. That is the idealism. And idealistic बोलते हैं कि those thinkers, those philosophers who supported this theory कि this is the idea which lead to the development of society, this is the idea which lead to the development of history itself, and this is the idea in future also the society will develop itself. So that is basically an idea. That's why we call idealistic idealism. And idealistic were the thinkers, philosophers, है ना, the major thinkers जैसे Hegels, Immanuel Kant, and later on other neo thinkers also, those who follow such idealism basically theory, we can say that those were the idealistic. अब बताइए साहिल, idealism बोलते किसको है? हाँ, everything is written before you. Which defines the society, that is a key word, define the society. Any idea which define the society, that shape the society, and itself the society we are witnessing, as per idealistic thinkers, whatever society we are witnessing, basically on the basis of idea, such kind of society is created, that which we are witnessing. जो भी हम लोग विटनेस कर रहे हैं, सोसाइटी अभी भी देख रहे हैं, पहले जब से हमारा जन्म हुआ तब से, है ना. तो जैसा सोसाइटी है, फर्स्ट सोसाइटी कैसे बना, कैसे क्रिएट हुआ, इट्स क्रिएटेड बाय ह्यूमन बीइंग इटसेल्फ. इट मीन्स कहीं ना कहीं वो ह्यूमन का कंसशनस तो रहा होगा कि इस तरीके का हम लोग सोसाइटी बनाएंगे जिसमें नॉर्म्स होगा, वैल्यूज होगा, बड़े होंगे, छोटे होंगे, इंस्टीट्यूशन होंगे, डिफरेंट सोशल स्ट्रक्चर होंगे, अर्बन काइंड ऑफ स्ट्रक्चर होगा, रूरल सोसाइटी होगा, सारे के सारे हम ही लोग तो बनाए, ह्यूमन बीइंग बनाए. इट मीन्स फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम इट्स कम्स इनसाइड आवर ब्रेन in form of consciousness, that is the idea, and later on we start witnessing in outside world in materialistic form. So basically idealistic thinkers believe that it is the idea which shape the world, which define the world and which lead to the development in society. अब तो नहीं, ऐसा हो ही नहीं सकता है कि नहीं समझ में आया. हाँ, क्लियर है? That is the idealism. Now, among the idealistic thinkers, philosopher, Hegel was very much famous, Friedrich Hegel. So, he explained idealistic theory in very different way, है ना. काफ़ी एक अलग लेवल पे ले गए हैं आइडियलिज्म को, आइडियलिज्म थ्योरी को, फ्रेडरिक हीगल. Now, he not only stopped by explaining the how the ideas shape and define the world, rather he start talking about the mechanism of idea, how the idea creates inside the brain. Mechanism of idea, idealism. Hegel mechanism of idealism, या idea, IDEA, Hegel mechanism of idea. It means how the idea form inside the brain. Now, Hegel said कि whenever the new thought created, whenever the new idea creates inside the mind, that become thesis. Thesis. It is basically a new thought. It is basically a new thought, that is a thesis. And further he said, when the other thesis, it means other idea come into the existence in form of opposite of this thesis, he call as antithesis. यहाँ तक समझे, मैकेनिज्म समझना इम्पोर्टेंट है. नाउ हेगल क्या बोलता है कि एज सुन एज द न्यू आइडिया कंस्ट्रक्टेड इनसाइड द ह्यूमन ब्रेन इनसाइड द माइंड, that is the new thought, Hegel call it as a thesis, and in response of this new idea, another new idea creates, that is the opposite of that new idea, that is an antithesis. And the blending of both the thesis and antithesis, another by time being new idea creates, that we call synthesis. And basically this synthesis is a new idea itself, new idea. It means this is a thesis also. New idea is a thesis. So we can say that this is a thesis. And जब thesis आया तो then opposite idea obviously will come. Then that become the antithesis. Antithesis clear यहाँ तक? First new idea created, that is a thesis, Hegel call it as a thesis, and in response of this new idea, new thought, alternative opposite idea come into the existence, Hegel call it as a antithesis. And later on the mixture of both idea, thesis and antithesis, basically blending of the thoughts, thesis and the opposite thoughts, the new idea again created, that is a synthesis. And basically new idea is a thesis, and again जब thesis आया तो फिर opposite idea and antithesis, है ना. Again thesis, then antithesis, then synthesis, synthesis basically new idea, it means this is thesis again, again antithesis, again synthesis. So basically it is an ongoing process. Idea is a ongoing process, it is a never ending process, right? It is a ongoing process, it is a never ending process. And Hegel said, बताइए,
सर एक क्वेश्चन था, ये जो थीसिस एंटीथीसिस एंड सिंथेसिस हो रहा है, ये इंडिविजुअल लेवल पे हो रहा है या इट इज अ कलेक्टिविटी पे हो रहा है एक्टिविटी?
it is collectivity also, individual thought also you can put here, individual level also. if बोलिए,
इंडिविजुअल लेवल पे सर फिर एंटीथीसिस कैसे बनेगा? थीसिस तो सर हो सकता है क्योंकि हमारे दिमाग में नया आइडिया है,
right?
बट एंटीथीसिस कैसे?
समटाइम आपने कोई काम किया एंड समटाइम आपको रियलाइज हुआ कि नहीं, इसमें कुछ और इम्प्रूवमेंट चाहिए, यू नीड सम इम्प्रूवमेंट, कि नहीं हो सकता है हम गलत कर दिए, हमको इस तरीके से करना चाहिए. नाउ यू इटसेल्फ क्रिएटिंग अनदर न्यू आइडिया, दैट इज योर एंटीथेसिस, दैट इज योर एंटीथेसिस. जैसे आप कोई चीज़ सोचे कि नहीं हमको ऐसा कोई मटेरियलिस्टिक फॉर्म में ऐसा कंस्ट्रक्शन करना है, लेटर ऑन यू फाउंड दैट कि दिस इज नॉट सूटिंग टू मी,
सर वो जब लेटर ऑन जब फाउंड करेंगे देन इट इज नॉट
एंटीथेसिस.
सर वो भी तो सोसाइटी के रिस्पांस से ही हमारे माइंड में आएगा ना कि हाँ ये गलत है, तो कलेक्टिविटी आ गई ना सर.
It's not we can say that
फीडबैक मैकेनिज्म की बात करें.
that is also antithesis. You can put even sometime your individual idea also, when you are associating, जैसे आप बोल रहे हैं कि कुछ सोचते हैं तो वहाँ पे सोसाइटी का इन्फ्लुएंस आता है तब हम सोचते हैं, that is also right, सोसाइटी का, बिकॉज माइंड वर्क इन टर्म्स ऑफ एक्सटर्नल स्टिमुलाई, वो अलग है, हम लोग GH मीड में पढ़ेंगे एक्चुअली वो डिटेल में, माइंड सेल्फ आइडेंटिटी कैसे वर्क करता है. लेकिन वी हैव टू थिंक इन टर्म्स ऑफ आइडिया कि हाउ द आइडिया शेप द वर्ल्ड, हाउ द आइडिया शेप द सोसाइटी इटसेल्फ. So basically this theory we can apply for individual level and collectively also. Individual it means the first idea whatever जो आपके माइंड में आया, पहले तो आप सोचते होइएगा ना, कोई थेसिस तो आया होगा तब तो आपका एंटीथेसिस आया, अगर थेसिस आया ही नहीं तो फिर एंटीथेसिस कैसे आएगा, एंटीथेसिस तो बनेगा ही नहीं. एंड इट्स अप टू यू, समटाइम इंडिविजुअल इन्फ्लुएंस बाय सोसाइटी, समटाइम इंडिविजुअल यूज देयर ओन विल ऑल्सो, because individual have consciousness, they know what is right and what is wrong, so they may chance they use their own will itself, not be guided by the society rules regulation. Maybe he apply their own rules regulation for their own living, for their own house itself. So there is a chances later on individual think कि नहीं कुछ modification चाहिए, transformation चाहिए, तो change करते हैं, that become an antithesis. Later on again new idea, right? तो बेसिकली यहाँ पे हम बताना चाह रहे थे इस ग्राफ से कि बेसिकली द सोसाइटी डेवलप हो रहा है ना, सोसाइटी डेवलप हो रहा है, दैट इज बिहाइंड वन ऑफ द रीजन, दैट इज द डेवलपमेंट ऑफ न्यू आइडिया. एंड द डे व्हेन द न्यू आइडिया स्टॉप्स फॉर्मिंग, कंस्ट्रक्टिंग इनसाइड आवर ब्रेन, ऑन दैट डे द डेवलपमेंट विल फाइनली स्टॉप. And the same day the history है ना, जो हिस्ट्री मेकिंग प्रोसेस है, दैट ऑल्सो विल एंड. उसके आगे कोई हिस्ट्री ही नहीं होगा. डेवलपमेंट जब सोसाइटी आगे ही नहीं बढ़ेगा, डेवलपमेंट ही नहीं होगा, तो क्या हिस्ट्री बनेगा. बेसिकली ऑन दैट डे हिस्ट्री विल एंड इटसेल्फ. तो बेसिकली दिस वाज द एक्सप्लेनेशन ऑफ द हेगल है ना, द मैकेनिज्म ऑफ हाउ द आइडिया फॉर्म. And sometime the explanation, the mechanism of idea, Hegel mechanism of idea, we call sometime dialectic also, dialectic idealism. The same theory we call dialectic idealism. Dialectic idealism. ये बताइए why we call dialectic idealism? Come on. साढ़े
डायलेक्टिक इज द प्रोसेस, जो मैकेनिज्म की हम बात करें डेवलपमेंट ऑफ द आइडिया,
Dialectic. Why we call dialectic? Double. Dual thought. That's why we call dialectic. है ना? Dialectic it means between two, thesis and antithesis. Thesis and antithesis. है ना? Between two idea जो है circulate हो रहा है. आया फिर न्यू आइडिया सिंथेसिस, फिर यहाँ से सिंथेसिस से फिर दैट इज ऑल्सो थेसिस, है ना? फिर अगेन एंटीथेसिस, फिर यहाँ सर्कुलेट हुआ, फिर सिंथेसिस बनेगा, न्यू आइडिया. दैट्स व्हाई वी कॉल डायलेक्टिक. इट मीन्स बिटवीन टू, है ना? फॉर वी कैन से दैट डेवलपमेंट ऑफ आइडिया there must be thesis and antithesis which lead to new idea further. If antithesis would be not there, new idea will not form. That's why we call dialectic means between two. Dialectic means between two, and idealism is idea proceed. So there must be two idea, one is thesis, new idea, and another is opposite idea, and which lead to the development of new idea. अगर एक आइडिया होगा, अपोजिट आइडिया होगा ही नहीं, फिर आइडिया तो नया क्रिएट ही नहीं होगा. दैट्स वाई वी कॉल डायलेक्टिक आइडियलिज्म. क्लियर? डायलेक्टिक आइडियलिज्म. अब मार्क्स समझने में आसानी होगी. अब मार्क्स कुछ नहीं है, समझ गए? हिस्टोरिकल मटेरियलिज्म. हिस्टोरिकल materialism. Now Marx refute Hegel. Karl Marx refute Hegel theory of idealism. Hegel theory of idealism. And basically Karl Marx says, no, it is not a true that idea shape the world. It is not a true which idea define the world. It is not a true that is an idea which lead to the development of society. So he completely disagree with Hegel's philosophy. Completely disagree. Karl Marx completely disagree with Hegel. Hegel thesis, Hegel theory, that is an idealistic theory. And he put a very new way or to explanation how the history itself developed and the development of society itself. And Marx says, no, Marx said basically, no, this is not an idea, and that is the matter which lead to the development in society. Matter, and by making matter the basis, Karl Marx tried to explain itself the development of society, the history of society itself, and behind the development of all these things, only one basis, the crux is matter. And how matter is the basis for the development of society, that we are going to discuss. यहाँ तक क्लियर है? मैटर. अच्छा ये बताइए, व्हाट इज मीन बाय मैटर? मैटर बोलते किसको है, पता है आप लोग? किसको? थिंग्स. थिंग्स इज ए मैटर. न्यू आइडिया is also thing. Anything which occupies space, that is a matter. That is a right. It is one of the scientific definition of this matter. Whatever we are.
Anything which exists in physical form.
Physical form, that is also a matter. That is also scientific definition. आप क्यों बचे रह गए? आप भी बोल दीजिए. नहीं बोलिए कि आई एम एग्री विथ बोथ ऑफ. हाँ गुड. यस. Marx talked about physical things. Basically, matter is anything in a materialistic form we are witnessing, which is in physical form, that is a matter. That is a matter. And Marx said behind the development of society and the history, the development of history itself, matter is the base. Now, first he refuted the idealistic theory, but he support also one side in terms of adopting the method, the way Hegel used the mechanism for explanation of idealism in form of thesis and antithesis. Basically, Karl Marx took a clue from dialectic idealism and he applied in historical materialism the mechanism of dialecticism. तो हम लोग आगे देखेंगे. पहले materialism क्यों बोलते हैं इसको समझते हैं. Why we call materialism? Materialism it basically matter and ism मतलब basically जो idea related to the matter, and idea, what is the idea? Idea is that it is the matter which define the world, it is the matter through which the society develop, it is the matter through which itself the history develop. That is why we call materialism. That is why we call materialism also. Now, we will apply here the dialectic mechanism of Hegel in Karl Marx, right. Now, Karl Marx also said कि history also developed in form of materialistic need. You know. So, in history talk about the primitive society. Primitive society. A primitive stage of society, we can say that primitive stage of society. Primitive stage of society. Right. Any idea about primitive stage of society? हिस्ट्री में आई थिंक पढ़े होइएगा. ये तो फर्स्ट यूनिट ही हैं. पैलियोलिथिक, नियोलिथिक, मेजोलिथिक, दैट इज द प्रिमिटिव स्टेज ऑफ सोसाइटी, है ना. इन प्रिमिटिव स्टेज ऑफ सोसाइटी आवर फोर फादर्स नंगा रहते थे ना. वो बेसिकली डिपेंड ऑन द नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज, हंटिंग, गैदरिंग. समटाइम दे लिव इन द केव इटसेल्फ, है ना, जो माउंटेन केव उसमें रहते थे. समटाइम इन द शेल्टर ऑफ ट्री, बिग ट्री के शेल्टर में रहते थे. सो दैट वाज द बेसिक लाइफ स्टाइल ऑफ आवर फोर फादर्स, राइट, इन प्रिमिटिव सोसाइटी. बट फॉर देयर सर्वाइवल, थिंक अबाउट कि मेटेरियलिस्टिक नीड वहाँ पे कहाँ से आएगा. फॉर देयर सर्वाइवल, बेसिक थिंग दे नीड, द बेसिक थिंग इज फूड. पहले उनको फूड चाहिए. बेसिक नीड इज फूड. एंड फॉर फूड क्या करेंगे फिर उसके लिए, पेट भरने के लिए? हंटिंग एंड गैदरिंग. दे विल डू हंटिंग एंड गैदरिंग. अभी स्ट्रगल की बात नहीं करेंगे. बेसिकली वी आर एक्सप्लेनिंग हिस्टोरिकल मटेरियलिज्म. तो मटेरियलिस्टिक फॉर्म में ही सोचना है ना. तो फूड इज नीड फॉर सर्वाइवल. Food is need for survival. And how food can be attained? By hunting and gathering. And hunting करते थे, then उसको gather करके रखते थे. As soon as they felt their need, on that basis they start consuming, and that's why they survive in that harassed condition and in primitive society. So this food is also a matter. दिस फूड इज ऑल्सो ए मैटर. मांस जो वो लोग खा रहे थे, है ना, जो जानवर हो, पक्षी हो, या जो भी चीज़ खा रहे थे, दैट इज अ मैटर ऑल्सो. सो इट मीन्स फॉर सर्वाइवल ऑफ द ह्यूमन बीइंग, प्रिमिटिव ह्यूमन बीइंग, प्रिमिटिव स्टेज ऑफ सोसाइटी, फॉर सर्वाइवल ऑफ आवर फोर फादर्स, द मैटर, है ना, फूड इज ऑल्सो ए मैटर. यहाँ पे लिखिए मैटर. सो मैटर इज द बेसिस इन प्रिमिटिव स्टेज. यहाँ तक क्लियर है. अगर मैटर नहीं रहता, इट मीन्स फूड नहीं रहता, तो सर्वाइव नहीं करते तो सिविलाइजेशन आगे की तरफ बढ़ता ही नहीं. तो इट मीन्स इन टर्म्स ऑफ डेवलपमेंट ऑफ सिविलाइजेशन, डेवलपमेंट ऑफ सोसाइटी, development of history itself, the matter is the basis, and later on by time being when the population increase, by time being society turned from primitive stage to slave stage. Slave stage of society. In this stage, society was basically a classless society. There was no division in the society. सभी एक समान रहते थे. पेड़ के छाँव में, है ना, समटाइम माउंटेन शेल्टर में रहते थे, सभी लोग नंगे रहते थे, सभी लोग कच्चे मांस खाते थे, तो कोई डिवीज़न नहीं था. एंड ऑल्सो जो करंट जो डिफरेंट सोशल इंस्टीट्यूशन वी आर विटनेसिंग, मैरिज, फैमिली, नॉर्म्स, वैल्यू, नथिंग वाज देयर. उस समय बिल्कुल वी वेयर अ काइंड ऑफ एनिमल. कंसशनेस भी उतना राइज नहीं हुआ था, है ना, कि कौन मेरे फादर है, कौन मेरे मदर है, कौन मेरे सिस्टर हैं, कौन वाइफ है. नथिंग वाज देयर. That's why we call a primitive society. And when by time being population increase, consciousness increase, consciousness increase, and time also proceed further, this society turn into the slave society. In this stage, the society divided into two parts. One is master and second is slave. Master and slave. Master were basically, what we can say that, master class. Master basically those who have control over the resources, much of the resources for the survival. Those who have control over the essential resources, basically they were the master class. They controlling the resources of their environment, their location. And the slave were basically working, providing service to these master, because these slave have not seen a rise of consciousness. इन लोगों का consciousness develop नहीं हुआ था. But master, those were, उनका consciousness थोड़ा सा develop हो गया था slave से ज़्यादा. So that's why this society divided into master and slave. यहाँ आते आते different social institution, norms and value भी creates होने लगते हैं. Norms, value, because of rise of consciousness. So basically these master class control the lands, है ना, land area. ये लोग बोलते थे कि इस पहाड़ से लेकर के, पहाड़ी रीजन से लेकर के नदी तक मेरा इलाका है, इसमें कोई नहीं जाएगा. उस गोर्ज से लेके उस टीले तक नहीं जाना है, मेरा इलाका है ना. एंड बेसिकली दीज मास्टर कंट्रोल ओवर द रिसोर्सेस. दे डिवाइडेड, जिनका कंसशनेस राइज हुआ था, basically they control that area, and slave basically they work for them, sometime for their survival itself, for survival of the slave, you know, they need food also for survival. And while the controlling on the land by the masters, slaves have to do something. तो कुछ न कुछ उसको काम करना होगा, या फिर मास्टर क्लास के पास जाएंगे कि हमको भी कुछ दे दीजिए, बोलेंगे कि तुमको ये करना होगा, फर्दर एक्सप्लॉयटेशन, है ना, एक अलग प्रोसेस क्रिएट्स होगा जो हम लोग क्लास स्ट्रगल में एक्सप्लेन करेंगे. बट बेसिकली हियर फॉर सर्वाइवल slave also need food, and master also need food. And master class, here the master class consciousness is increasing itself. It means a master class has desire also at that it's slave stage, desire, status also, कि बढ़िया से रहे, काम नहीं करे, बहुत आदमी हो, वो रहे अपना, वो काम करे, that is the desire itself. And behind everything, even for survival itself, survival of the body, food is necessary, and food is matter. Now desire, that is a comfortness, desire कि हम काम नहीं करेंगे, but I have the control over the resources. तो जितने भी स्लेव होंगे मेरे पास तो काम करने के लिए आएंगे, और काम करने के लिए आएंगे तो फर्दर एज पर आवर डिमांड व्हाट एवर मटेरियलिस्टिक एंड मैटर्स वी नीड, वो बोलेंगे कि चलो ठीक है तुम यहाँ पे काम करो, उपजाओ, या फिर हंटिंग करके लाओ, यहाँ पे जमा करो, देन आई विल डिस्ट्रीब्यूट यू इन द फॉर्म ऑफ रेम्यूनरेशन, रेम्यूनरेशन उनको मिल जाएगा. एंड फाइनली दे ऑल्सो स्टार्ट एक्यूमुलेटिंग मैटर इटसेल्फ इन फॉर्म ऑफ ग्रेन्स, इन फॉर्म ऑफ नो, जैसे अगर पेड़ की ज़रूरत है ना, लकड़ी की ज़रूरत है, कुछ बनाना है, घर बनाना है, कुछ बनाना है, दैट इज ऑल्सो ए मैटर. बेसिकली ये लोग वर्क लेते थे, एंड द बेसिस ऑफ वर्क दैट इज अ मैटर. Basis of work is a matter. In other word, we can say that for survival of the slave, slave need food, and for food, slave have to do work. Here, basis is a matter, food is a matter, and a master also for survival, they need food itself. Even for their desire, for their aspirations, they have to dependent on the slave. They have to dependent on the slave. And these desire sometimes it is in materialistic form also, है ना, कि नहीं बढ़िया सा घर होना चाहिए, बड़ा सा घर होना चाहिए, that is also a matter, right? So that is a matter. So basically Marx said कि matter is the basis for the development of society. समझ रहे हैं कि नहीं? कोई डाउट है यहाँ तक? हाँ, clear? Slave stage. So that is the dialectic from primitive to slave stage. That is the dialectic. Now further society proceed from slave to feudal stage. Feudal stage of society. In this stage, society again divided into two sections. One is feudal, that is a landlord, and peasants, farmer, that is a farmer, landlord and farmers. Feudal stage, feudal means हिंदी मीनिंग सामंत. सामंत जमींदार को बोलते हैं, जमींदार को बोलते हैं, आप पढ़े होइएगा आप लोग. सामंत बेसिकली जमींदार लोग सामंत होते थे. That is a feudal, that is a landlord class, and remaining were the farmers. Same theory we will apply. In again population further increase, consciousness further increase, time proceed further, society turn into from slave stage to feudal stage, and in this stage the landlord were the more conscious class, and they have the control over the mass chunks of the land, cultivative land, and the farmers those were landless class. And here again for the survival itself, farmers need food also. Now in this stage the consciousness also increased, the farmers consciousness also increased. Farmers never want to live as a farmer, so इनका भी स्टेटस है, ये भी अपने चाहेंगे कि मेरे भी स्टेटस में चेंजेस हो, है ना. तो चेंज इन स्टेटस, desire also, aspiration also, aspiration, aspirations. So farmer basically never want to be live as a farmer. So certainly they want to change in their status also. So farmers have aspiration and desire also, and for fulfilling these aspirations and desire क्या हो सकता है? What could be the possible desire of farmer? जब लैंडलॉर्ड खेत में आते होंगे देखने के लिए कि खेत में कैसे वर्क हो रहा है, तो लैंडलॉर्ड बेसिकली घोड़े पे चढ़ के आते होंगे, हाथी पे चढ़ के आते होंगे. तो फार्मर्स ऑल्सो, द चिल्ड्रंस ऑफ फार्मर, समटाइम फार्मर इटसेल्फ, कि वंस आई विल ऑल्सो, एक बार हाथी पे चढ़ेंगे. हाँ, तो हाथी खरीदेंगे तब ना चढ़ेंगे, हाथी खरीदेंगे तब चढ़ेंगे. यहाँ एलिफेंट हो गया मैटर, एलिफेंट हो गया मैटर. Now farmers have desire, aspirations also. Now, for fulfilling the desire, farmer need money, so they have to do work somewhere for desire, the change in status, aspiration and survival itself. And on the mass chunks of land, the landlords have control. Many of landlords class, landlords means landlord class, many of landlords. So, these farmers basically compelled to work under the landlord class, and behind the basis of this stage also, for the survival, for the aspiration, for the desire, farmer have to be what? Based on matter, basically matter. Farmer have to be based on matter. And again landlord also need food. That is one of the things for the survival, matter for the survival. Other thing, landlords class also have aspiration कि now my status हमेशा ऊंचा होना चाहिए फार्मर के स्टेटस से, तभी तो हम लैंडलॉर्ड रहेंगे, तभी तो हम डिफरेंट रहेंगे. Now for maintaining their status, maintaining their desire and aspiration also, they start exploiting more and more to farmer class in form of taking we can say that work from the farmer class, है ना, and work करेगा तो something will produce, that is the matter itself. Grains अगर वर्क करता है तो वर्क क्यों करता है फार्मर लैंडलॉर्ड के पास? कुछ न कुछ कल्टीवेशन के लिए ना, कल्टीवेशन के लिए, उपजाने के लिए, कुछ काम करने के लिए, दैट इज अ मैटर. तो बेसिकली मार्क्स सेड कि बोथ नीड मैटर हेयर, मैटर फॉर देयर एग्जिस्टेंस, है ना, एग्जिस्टेंस ऑफ लैंडलॉर्ड क्लास इटसेल्फ एंड द फार्मर क्लास इटसेल्फ. द मैटर इज द बेसिस. विदाउट मैटर both classes cannot exist. ठीक है. So again from feudal to capitalist class, capitalist stage, from feudal to capitalist stage. Now again population increase, consciousness increase, time proceed. Now society turn in capitalist society. Now I think everybody knows about the capitalist society. कैपिटलिस्ट क्या होता है बताइए?
कैपिटलिस्ट में तो जैसे इसमें भी दो क्लासेस रहेंगी. एक रहेंगे जो ओनर्स हैं, इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट हैं, एक वर्कर्स रहेंगे.
Basically two class here also. One is
जो ओनर है इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट,
owning, that is the capitalist, owning class. Those who owning the resources, they are the capitalist. Sometimes we call have class. And other class have not class. Other class are have not. Basically they are not owning the resources, they are the have not class. Basically these have nots are peasants, farmers also, है ना, farmers, peasants, worker, basically a worker, these are the worker class. These have nots are proletariat class, worker class, and these capitalist, owning class and have class are bourgeois class, or what we can say in other word, have classes, bourgeois classes, these are the capitalist class. So again Marx said in this stage also, for the survival of owning class, those who owning the resources, modes of production, and those are the workers, have not class, basically they are the worker, but for their survival, for their aspiration, for their desire, they also need matter, because worker never want to be live as a worker. कोई नहीं चाहेगा कि हम वर्कर बन के रहें जीवन भर. So basically they have aspiration also, they have aspiration of their children, they have the aspiration of their family members. So certainly they want to change in their status itself, and for the changing in status they have to do work somewhere, and they have to work under the capitalist, and the work which the workers are going to do under the capitalist, it means capitalist took some kind of benefit from these workers, and benefit is in form of materialistic matter. Benefit is in terms of matter. So basically again the crux behind this stage also, that is the matter. So basically Marx क्या बताना चाह रहे हैं कि it is the matter which lead to the development of society, development of history itself, the stages of development of history itself. यहाँ भी again dialectic है, from feudal to capitalist, right, from feudal to capitalist. बेसिकली अभी हम लोग क्या डिस्कस किए हैं, प्रिमिटिव सोसाइटी टू स्लेव सोसाइटी, देयर इज अ डायलेक्टिक, अगेन फ्रॉम स्लेव टू फ्यूडल सोसाइटी, यहाँ भी डायलेक्टिक है, फ्रॉम फ्यूडल टू कैपिटलिस्ट सोसाइटी. नाउ सी द हाउ सोसाइटी इज डेवलपिंग, हाउ द सोसाइटी इज डेवलपिंग, and behind each stages of development of the history itself, the society itself, the matter is the core. Matter is the core. Marx said after the capitalist stage, in this stage, for the resources, the level of we can say that a struggle would be very high between the worker class and the owning class, that is the capitalist class, because in this stage the population will be higher, population will also be higher, the consciousness of worker and capitalist itself, the owning class itself will be higher, and so that there is a chances ki struggle will increase here in capitalist phase. And Marx said the exploitation of worker class will happen at so much a large scale that there is a chances after some time in capitalist stage a big revolution will occur. Big revolution will occur with have-not classes. All the have-not classes unitedly start a struggle against the capitalist class, owning class, have class, and this lead to the big revolution. Marx called as socialism phase. This capitalism, after capitalism phase, the new phase will establish, that is the socialism. Now यहाँ से जो भी अदर स्टेजेस मार्क्स बोला है उसमें इज्म देखिएगा, उसमें इज्म, socialism and communism. Basically these are the futuristic prediction of, we can say that, Karl Marx, कि after the capitalist society the level of exploitation is increased so much, big revolution will occur in form of socialism. Socialism is nothing but basically a big revolution. ism मतलब idea, socialism मतलब all level पे society में एक big idea बिग रिवोल्यूशन क्रिएट होगा, एंड उसके बाद सोसाइटी कंप्लीटली चेंज हो जाएगा. देन टर्न इनटू द कॉम्युनिज्म स्टेज, अगेन कॉम्युनिज्म, ISM है ना, ISM इज्म, अगेन कॉमन आइडिया आ जाएगा, एग्लिटेरियन सोसाइटी आ जाएगा. बेसिकली दिस इज द स्टेज ऑफ फेज और आइडिया इन विच अ बिग रिवोल्यूशन विल ऑकर. Big revolution will occur when the consciousness of have-not class will increase. The consciousness of have-not class will increase, है ना. then a big revolution will occur led by the all workers community against the capitalists, the owning, the have classes in the form of socialism. And after the big revolution, the society again turn into the new stage, and that is the last stage of Karl Marx explanation of development of history itself, that is the communism. Communism. This is a basically communism. In this stage, Marx said after the big revolution, the society will again become egalitarian, classless society. Classless or egalitarian. Egalitarian society. It means there would be no class, there would be no division in the society, and all members of society would be equal, and all members of society would have equal amount of resources, all have their own respect, status also. So, at this stage society development of history will stop. So, basically behind the each stages of development, even conflict, even itself for survival also, aspiration also, people need basically matter. People need matter. That is why we call materialism. That is why we call materialism. That is why Karl Marx said materialism. And why we call history? Because Karl Marx explained the stages of history, primitive to slave, slave to feudal, feudal to capitalist, capitalist to his prediction about the socialism and communism. These are the stages, these are yet to come as per Karl Marx prediction, as per Karl Marx thesis. These are the evolution of society as per Karl Marx, and that is why we call historical materialism. Historical matlab development of history, development of society from primitive to communism stage, है ना. देखिए ना, primitive society, then slave, then feudal, then capitalist, then socialism, है ना. यहाँ ism लगा दीजिए, ISM, ism. इसके बाद ism आएगा, that is a prediction of Karl Marx. Then communism, and this communism stage will become classless, egalitarian, है ना. अच्छा, इसमें क्या अंतर है, डिफरेंस? ये भी क्लासलेस है एंड ये भी क्लासलेस है. Primitive society is also classless, and communism stage is also classless. But what are the differences? Very good. Consciousness. In primitive stage, people do not have consciousness. It means there was no birth of any social institution, norms, value, rules, regulation. कोई नहीं जानता था कौन सिस्टर है, कौन मदर है, कौन फादर है, कोई नॉर्म्स वैल्यू नहीं था. But in this stage, communism stage, now people have consciousness. People have consciousness. People have consciousness, but they have equal say on the resources. They have equal say on resources. All have status, own respect. That is why we call egalitarian, and classless also. There is no differences, on the basis of class, and nothing, a thing like scarcity, something, so that further revolution would be happen. So, that is why we call that is a communism stage. And here the Marx adopt the mechanism of Hegel, that is a dialectic also, dialectic mechanism between two, again feudal to capitalist, again capitalist to socialism. It is yet to come, this is a prediction, and socialism to communism. So, this is the dialectic mechanism. So, basically historical materialism is nothing but Karl Marx refute the Hegel idea of idealism, idealistic theory, and Marx said the development of society, for the development of society, the main truth is matter. It is the matter which lead to the development of society, not the idea. That is why that is why we call materialism. and historical because Marx explained the development of society itself from primitive stage to communism till communism. So, behind the basis, that is the matter. So, that is why we call materialism. Now, we will see some of the questions, previous year question which is important from exam point of view. Historical materialism. देखिए, this is our topic that we discuss historical materialism. पहला क्वेश्चन जो इसमें है 2017, एनालाइज द मार्क्सियन कंसेप्शन ऑफ हिस्टोरिकल मटेरियलिज्म, ए क्रिटिक ऑफ हेगेलियन डायलेक्टिक. सिंपल है 17 का. देन साइलेंट फीचर्स ऑफ हिस्टोरिकल मटेरियलिज्म. साइलेंट फीचर्स, व्हाट कुड बी द साइलेंट फीचर्स ऑफ, बताइए एक एक. एक्चुअली अदर जो कार्ल मार्क्स के बारे में पढ़ना है, दैट इज़ अ टॉपिक, जैसे मोड्स ऑफ प्रोडक्शन, क्लास स्ट्रगल, एलिनेशन, है ना. उसके बाद अगर इसका साइलेंट फीचर्स लिखेंगे हिस्टोरिकल मटेरियलिज्म, है ना, ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ हिस्टोरिकल मटेरियलिज्म इटसेल्फ, मटेरियलिज्म मैटर फॉर द सर्वाइवल फॉर द मैटर, दैट इज़ द क्लास स्ट्रगल टॉपिक पढ़ना है हमको. मोड ऑफ प्रोडक्शन, अगेन फॉर सर्वाइवल प्रोडक्शन क्यों करते हैं, दैट इज़ द मोड ऑफ प्रोडक्शन. सो वी विल गेट अ गुड पिक्चर, बट ऑल्दो वी कैन राइट अ साइलेंट फीचर ऑल्सो हियर, है ना. पॉसिबल साइलेंट फीचर्स जो हम लोग डिस्कस किए हैं, प्रिमिटिव स्टेज, स्लेव स्टेज, फ्यूडल स्टेज, किस तरीके से सोसाइटी डेवलप हो रहा है ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ मैटर इटसेल्फ, प्रोडक्शन क्यों कर रहा है फॉर सर्वाइवल, एस्पिरेशन, डिजायर, दैट इज द मोड ऑफ प्रोडक्शन. समटाइम स्ट्रगल ऑल्सो लीड, देन चेंजेस इन द सोसाइटी फ्रॉम वन स्टेज टू अनदर स्टेज. देन थर्ड नंबर, मार्क्सियन क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ सोसाइटी. Feudal and slave society are very important and how they are different to each other. ये 2012 में पूछा था. देखिए, तो एक 12 में पूछा सिंपल हिस्टोरिकल मटेरियलिज्म से ही कि फ्यूडल और स्लेव सोसाइटी जो है वो इम्पोर्टेंट सोसाइटी है ना. स्लेव आया तब फ्यूडल आया, फ्यूडल आएगा तब तो आगे कैपिटलिस्ट सोसाइटी आया ना. दैट्स वाई दैट इज़ अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, स्लेव एंड फ्यूडल फॉर क्लासिफिकेशन. तो बाय अप्लाइंग द मार्क्सियन पर्सपेक्टिव वी हैव टू डिस्कस बेसिकली कि दोनों में डिफरेंट क्या है, फ्यूडल एंड स्लेव में. फ्यूडल बेसिकली एग्रीकल्चर बेस्ड हो गया, एग्रीगेरियन काइंड ऑफ सोसाइटी, एंड स्लेव वाज नॉट एग्रीगेरियन काइंड ऑफ सोसाइटी. एग्रीगेरियन वहाँ पे नहीं था, वहाँ पे कंसेप्ट नहीं था लैंडलॉर्ड का, लैंड का कंसेप्ट था ही नहीं. दैट सोसाइटी वाज बेसिकली डिवाइडेड बिटवीन मास्टर एंड स्लेव्स इटसेल्फ. सो वॉट एवर वी हैव डिस्कस वो सारे के सारे डालने हैं. देखिए, ये 12 में पूछे हैं, ये 13 में आ गए, एंड अगेन 17 में. सो देयर इज ए चांसेस कि इन 2022 दिस एग्जामिनेशन जो 2022 में जो होगा सितंबर में, देयर इज ए चांसेस कि हिस्टोरिकल मटेरियलिज्म एकदम VVI है, ये आएगा ही आएगा, ये मान के चलिए. आई वुड से वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, क्योंकि अगर दूसरे भी देखते हैं, है ना, जो पॉसिबल अगर इसका ट्रेंड एनालिसिस, मोड ऑफ प्रोडक्शन देखिए 2022 में आया, ठीक है. वी कैन समटाइम एसोसिएट मोड ऑफ प्रोडक्शन विथ द हिस्टोरिकल मटेरियलिज्म. इट मीन्स जो स्टेजेस ऑफ डेवलपमेंट ऑफ सोसाइटी, इट्स डिपेंड ऑन एग्जामिनर कैसे क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा है. तो ये 21 में पूछा है, देन उसके बाद 16 में पूछा था, देन 98 एंड 96, राइट. सो ऐसा हो सकता है, देयर इज ए चांसेस कि एसोसिएट कर दे हिस्टोरिकल डेवलपमेंट ऑफ स्टेजेस से कि मोड ऑफ प्रोडक्शन कैसा था ड्यूरिंग द फ्यूडल एंड ड्यूरिंग इटसेल्फ स्लेव सोसाइटी इटसेल्फ, है ना. तो थोड़ा सा प्रिपेयर देखिएगा आप लोग क्वेश्चन इस बार. देन अगर ये क्या हो गया, एलिनेशन, ये नेक्स्ट देखेंगे हम लोग, आज तो एक्चुअली हो नहीं पाएगा. एलिनेशन, एलिनेशन से देखिए 2020 में पूछा है, 20 में, देन 19 में, देन 18 में, देन 14 में, एंड देन 12 में. 12, 14, देन आफ्टर 4 ईयर 18, एंड देन 19, 20, तो देर इज ए चांसेस कि एलिनेशन से क्वेश्चन ना आए इस बार, लेकिन मोड ऑफ प्रोडक्शन एंड हिस्टोरिकल मटेरियलिज्म। एंड देर इज चांसेस ऑल्सो कि अगर हिस्टोरिकल मटेरियलिज्म से पूछा तो 20 मार्क्स का पूछेगा, एसोसिएट कर देगा मोड ऑफ प्रोडक्शन से। अगर क्लास स्ट्रगल की बात करते हैं तो अगेन 10 में पूछा है, 7 में, देन 5 and 3 and then 1 में। तो सिंपली क्लास इन इट सेल्फ, Karl Marx analysis of capitalist mode of production and class struggle, what are the intellectual reaction to this view। Then 2005 में simply write a short notes, class struggle। 3 में class in itself, class for itself, it means देखिए the possible class in itself and actually class struggle से जो क्वेश्चन बन सकता है वो पूछ चुका है। कितना काइंड ऑफ न्यू क्वेश्चन हमको नहीं लगता कि इस पर कुछ क्रिएट कर पाएगा अब। एक्सप्लेन द कार्ल मार्क्स कंसेप्शन, हो सकता है, कर सकता है। अगेन हिस्टोरिकल मटेरियलिज्म से एसोसिएट कर दे, क्लास स्ट्रगल इन फ्यूडल स्टेज, कैपिटलिस्ट स्टेज, तो जनरली कैपिटलिस्ट स्टेज में ही पूछता है क्लास स्ट्रगल, एंड बेसिकली क्लास इन इटसेल्फ एंड क्लास फॉर इटसेल्फ। तो इस तरीके से एग्जेजरेट करके हो सकता है, इंपॉर्टेंट भी आ भी सकता है इससे, क्योंकि ये देखिए 10 में पूछा है, 10 के बाद नहीं पूछा है इससे। और बेसिकली ये पिक्चर है। चलिए अपने टॉपिक पे चलते हैं जो हम लोग पढ़े हैं, हिस्टोरिकल मटेरियलिज्म। एटलीस्ट ये तो बनना चाहिए तीनों। और आई थिंक कि हिस्टोरिकल मटेरियलिज्म देखिए 12 में है, 13 में है, अगेन 17 में पूछा है। हो सकता है कि इस बार पूछे 22 में, विथ एसोसिएशन विथ आइदर मोड ऑफ प्रोडक्शन और क्लास स्ट्रगल, दोनों से एसोसिएट करके हिस्टोरिकल मटेरियलिज्म के बारे में डेफिनेटली पूछेगा। ठीक है, एलिनेशन का तो एक सिंपल कंसेप्ट है, तो अलग ये रहेगा, इसको नहीं एसोसिएट करेगा हिस्टोरिकल मटेरियलिज्म से। बट क्लास स्ट्रगल एंड मोड ऑफ प्रोडक्शन, देयर इज ए चांसेस कैन एसोसिएट विद द हिस्टोरिकल मटेरियलिज्म फॉर दिस करेंट 2022 एग्जामिनेशंस। So we should proceed further or something we have to discuss here? Proceed. साहिल जी आपका? As my wish. Mr. Sarang? आगे चलते हैं, नेक्स्ट टॉपिक। ओके, नो इशू, कम ऑन द नेक्स्ट टॉपिक। आई नीड सच काइंड ऑफ स्टूडेंट, मोटिवेशन मिलता है ना। हम तो दिन भर लगे रह जाएंगे, लेकिन दिन भर बैठने वाला भी तो चाहिए। क्लास स्ट्रगल, so now we are going to discuss the other idea of the Karl Marx।
एलिनेशन करा देते थे क्लास स्ट्रगल और मोड ऑफ प्रोडक्शन, तो काफी लिंक रिलेटेड हिस्टोरिकल मटेरियलिज्म।
ये एलिनेशन क्या होता है ये पता है?
एलिनेशन, नो इशू, नो इशू, एलिनेशन। एलिनेशन, अच्छा, बिफोर कमिंग ऑन एलिनेशन कुछ बता दीजिए, दो टॉपिक है आपका। अच्छा वो हो जाएगा, क्लास स्ट्रगल, मोड ऑफ प्रोडक्शन। मोड ऑफ प्रोडक्शन, क्लास स्ट्रगल क्यों होता है, ऐसे ही बोल दीजिए। वाई द
स्ट्रगल तो सेम ही है।
वाई द क्लास स्ट्रगल ऑकर्ड इन सोसाइटी?
कॉन्फ्लिक्ट फॉर द सर्वाइवल।
सर्वाइवल, रिसोर्स,
Because of the rising consciousness among the working class.
very good, rising consciousness of the working class,
Aspiration।
that is a very key word he used, that is the rising consciousness of the working class। आप बताइए। हाँ, come on man, show your toughness। Desire also, desire, status, basically everything constructed when you have a consciousness। That's why you start comparing other person, other member of society, you feel deprivation on self, and that's why you sometimes for changing in status, people do struggle. Mode of production.
So mode of production, forces of production plus relation of production.
Force of production plus relation of production, that we can say that that is a mode of production. But what is the reason behind the mode of production?
Because with increasing consciousness,
Again the same reason, with increasing consciousness,
population.
aspiration, status, desire, and also itself survival itself. That's why people start producing. It's a production and mode that
टॉपिक ये बड़े है इसके बाद मोड ऑफ प्रोडक्शन आएगा बराबर तो उसमें डिफरेंट है और कुछ है यही सब है
नहीं डिफरेंट है. यू कैन एक्सप्लेन इन टर्म्स ऑफ प्रिमिटिव स्टेज कैसा था मोड ऑफ प्रोडक्शन, अगेन स्लेव स्टेज कैसा था, अगेन हाउ वाज एट फ्यूडल स्टेज, देन कैपिटलिस्ट स्टेज, दैट यू कैन डिफाइन. यू नो द कंसेप्ट ऑफ प्रिमिटिव स्टेज एक्चुअली, व्हाट वाज द सोसाइटी, स्लेव स्टेज किस काइंड ऑफ सोसाइटी था. So you can define the mode of production, the level of production, basically the force and relation of production. How was the force of production during the primitive stage and relation of production during the primitive stage? How was the force of production during the we can say that slave stage and relation of production? Again during the feudal stage of society, how was the force of production and the relation of production? As per demand of the question, you have to apply your creativity. Dialecticism basically in historical materialism you use basically, and it's
तो ये क्वेश्चन था ना मोड ऑफ प्रोडक्शन में जो 21 का ये डायलेक्टिक्स इन ईच स्टेज ऑफ मोड ऑफ प्रोडक्शन.
right mode of production during the what we can say slave and feudal. I think क्वेश्चन पूछा था ये मोड ऑफ प्रोडक्शन में, पीछे पुराना क्वेश्चन था ना. That was your question that you asked. Now this is the question, mode of production. Critically examine the dialectic involved in each mode of production. Here the each mode means primitive, slave, feudal, capitalist. In dialectic, now you have to show the modes of production and the concept of mode of production. It means you have to show the how are the force of production and relation of production which lead to the mode of production.
Sir, what about in the communism stage, Marx because जब बोलना चाहते हैं कि there will be mode of production, तो they require
That is a product. That is a basically explanation of development of history of Karl Marx. कि on that stage society will be egalitarian. It means all peoples have equal kind of resources and all have equal say on the resources itself. There would be no class, no discrimination. Obviously, for survival itself, for survival of the society, obviously there is a need of mode of production. There certainly be the force of production.
मोड ऑफ प्रोडक्शन रहेगा तो कहीं ना कहीं कंट्रोल ओवर मींस ऑफ प्रोडक्शन भी होगा, कोई ना कोई तो करेगा.
But
सर जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल अगर हम देखें तो अभी जैसे चाइना क्लेम्स, रशिया क्लेम्स दैट वी आर कम्युनिस्ट, बट कहीं ना कहीं दे आल्सो हैव इंडस्ट्रीज.
we of course we can criticize Karl Marx, but these are the critic point. These are the this
Communism is never possible in the form of Karl Marx.
this is a prediction of Karl Marx. Other thinkers criticize Karl Marx. Basically, this is Robertson says कि the Karl Marx explanation of history is not like a history, basically like a story, because history is filled with agenda, issue, date, some kind of incident, but Karl Marx nothing talking about. Just on the basis of materialistic he explaining the society, so it's like a story, and it is never going to happen such kind of things कि socialism आएगा and communism आएगा. A good example is China itself. China is a capitalist, socialist capitalist, we can say that, although they claims to be a socialist communist country. China claims socialist communist country, but it is a good example that how some capitalist is evolving in such a way that there is no chances to increase a big revolution in form of socialism and then establish a new phase, that is a communism. So think about China. In China also there is a industrialist capitalist man. They are controlling the whole Chinese society, big businessman class, and even their workforce is also there. Today the very chief workforce is in China. But the way these capitalists, Chinese capitalists, maintaining or listening in other way, fulfilling the demand and desire of their worker, so there is a no chances of rise of socialism, that is a revolution, and communism. So it's a good example about China, we can say. So these are the critic points.
जैसे इस क्वेश्चन का अगर हमें अटेम्प्ट करना है क्रिटिकल एग्जाम द डायलेक्टिक इन्वॉल्व्ड इन ईच मोड ऑफ प्रोडक्शन, तो इसमें हमें सोशलिस्ट और कम्युनिज्म स्टेज के बारे में बताना है.
Of course,
तो उसमें फिर हमें क्या लिखना चाहिए कि मतलब उसमें कार्ल मार्क्स
each mode you have to show that, because mode of production is there, but basically socialism phase is basically a revolutionary phase. In that phase the people consciousness has increased so much of the worker class that they start revolting, struggling, conflicting with the have classes. That's why their consciousness increased. And consciousness, why their consciousness increased? Because they want also to control over the modes of production. They say we also have to equal say on the mode of production. So same you can apply as in capitalist में जो apply करेंगे, जो डेप्थ बढ़ गया वो socialism में, but in egalitarian now the classless will be equal. There is no differences. There will be no differences.
There would be equity among the classes.
Huh?
Equity among the
Of course, equity among the classes, right? And everyone has to equal say on the mode of production also in communism stage itself. तो इस तरीके से कीजिए. तो ये है, ये that was your question, हाँ? I think we should stop here. है ना? हाँ. So okay, we are winding up session here. थोड़ा सा कंफर्म हो लेते हैं, ठीक है? ओके देन. देखिए तो अक्षय, क्लास भी है क्या? पूछिए तो अभी सर से. नहीं चल रहा है सर. ऑफ कर दीजिए. मज़ा नहीं है अक्षय, वो आए नहीं कैंडिडेट लोग. पहले जो होते हैं पूरे क्वेश्चन